Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ultima Ivanov and I hope you are doing well. In this video I'm going to talk about the best 3 characters in DOA 6 that, in my opinion, you should consider picking if you're new to the game and are trying to learn its mechanics. I'm not gonna go too much in detail into each of them because it would be a very long video. My main focus will be to point out some of the best tools they have, which will help you understand how the game works so you can make progress. So without further ado, let's see who the first character is.
I will finish this. Nothing personal.
Hayate is the first character I recommend for beginners and is also the most complex of the 3 in my list. Like Kasumi, Hayane and Hayabusa, Hayate is a ninja and is considered the most straightforward of them. Like the other ninjas, Hayate has excellent movement speed, which can help you control the distance between yourself and the opponent more easily. This is complemented by his wind dash stance, which allows him to create space or close the gap with the opponent quickly, and can also be used to create whiff punishing opportunities. Speaking of stances, Hayate is also one of the few characters in the game to have a unique sidestep, from which he can perform a mid-punch without using any meter. Even though he's not the fastest character in the game, possessing a 10-frame jab and 12-frame mid-punch, he has good attacks and delayable strings for any situation that enable him to play comfortably at any range and excel at mid to long range. His punch-punch string has good mix-ups, including a positive guard break, tracking moves and the possibility to transition into his wind dash stance, which he can then use to extend his offense with strikes, throws or cancelling it to keep the opponent guessing. This is a core principle of the game, where you should try to mix your attacks to be unpredictable. Hayate has excellent moves to whiff punish the opponent's attacks at a distance, and he's equipped with probably the best forward punch in the game, which has different follow-ups including a tracking low, a mid-kick launcher and a stance from which he can perform a mid-kick that launches the opponent for guaranteed damage. His crushing moves, guard breaks, fatal stun and frame traps will also come in handy as you progress in the game and start exploring its deeper layers. Hayate's throw game is above average, being one of the few characters to have a super launcher throw that allows him to juggle the opponent and utilize the environment to his advantage. In addition, his quarter circle forward throw allows him to get behind the opponent for frame advantage and guaranteed strikes. Lastly, he has some of the flashiest juggles in the game, which however don't require much execution, and his bound juggle is wall friendly and easy to complete with a close hit or hard knockdown. So all in all, Hayate is a very solid character based on fundamentals, with all the tools you need as a beginner and that will help you later on at higher levels.
I can hear the wind crying.
All right then. Let us begin the experiment.
The second character I recommend for beginners is Nico. She's a brand new character introduced in DOA 6 who has been very well received by fans of the game, including many top players. Nico is one of the fastest characters in the game, possessing a 9-frame jab and 11-frame mid-punch that give her a speed advantage over the vast majority of the cast. Her backwards movement speed is average, however she has an excellent backdash, which is something worth learning to have a good spacing, as this can also get you out of dangerous situations very quickly. Nico's game plan is quite straightforward. She doesn't have any stances and relies on her fast attacks and mix-ups to keep the opponent in check. Her punch-punch string is very effective at close range, as she can follow with a tracking low kick that stuns on normal hit, or a tracking mid punch, which forces the opponent to guess between mid and low strikes, whilst also discouraging sidestepping attempts. Her forward punch string is also very powerful, allowing you to stifle the opponent's offense thanks to her speed. Bear in mind, however, that characters like Kasumi and Christie can match her speed, requiring you to time your attacks more carefully. She also has good crushing moves, positive guard breaks, a mid-kick fatal stun, and a mid-punch launcher that she can charge to catch the opponent off guard and extra damage. Nico excels at close range, but she can also be played at mid to long range, as she possesses good width punishing moves and a forward punch that stuns on normal hit, which not many characters have. Despite being a fast striker character, Nico is equipped with one of the best throws in the game that she has the option to cancel for frame advantage at guaranteed attacks, which allows her to take advantage of the environment for extra damage depending on the situation. Her juggles are also quite simple and don't present any execution barrier. She also has a wall-friendly bound juggle, and her close hit can be charged to inflict more damage. So to conclude, Nico is an excellent character that has all you need to progress from beginner to high level play. Incidentally, she's the character of choice of many top DOA players, including Crazy Steady and Theologica, who have done very well with her throughout the DOA 6 World Tour.
With science, nothing is impossible. I will give it my all. Let's start!
The third character on my list is Hitomi, who is probably the simplest of the three. Hitomi is a very versatile character, based on fundamentals that can play at any range and control space with ease thanks to her excellent movement speed. Her fastest strikes are in line with the majority of the roster, with a 10-frame jab and 12-frame mid-punch. However, her true strength resides in her delayable strings and long-range strikes, which allow her to play at close range as well as at mid to long range, making her a character somewhat in between Nico and Hayate. Like Nico, Hitomi doesn't have any stances, and up close relies on her ability to mix her attacks with mids and tracking lows that stun or normal hit, allowing her to continue applying pressure. Her down forward kick punch string is one of her best tools, as she can follow with high, mid and low strikes, which she can also access off of her punch string. At range, Hitomi has some of the best moves in the game, including a tracking mid-kick and tracking mid-punches, which have long range and stun or normal hit. She also possesses advanced tools, including a special parry against high and mid-punches, an expert mid-kick hold that launches the opponent, a fatal stun that crushes low strikes, and a positive guard break with evasive properties. Hitomi's throw game is quite similar to Nico's, having a high damaging standing throw that will soon discourage holding attempts, especially at the wall. In addition, her forward throw leaves her at frame advantage, allowing you to continue applying pressure, for example by mixing strikes and throws. Hitomi's juggles are quite simple, and some require cancelling strings mid-air, which is very common in DOA. Her bound juggle is wall friendly, and her close hit is also a great whiff punishing move. So overall, Hitomi is a great character for beginners, that has some advanced tools that will keep you interested in her also at high level play.
How's my fighting? Wanna do it again?
Right guys, that was the end of my list. Hopefully you find it useful and it will help you choose your first character more easily. Personally, I recommend picking a character that you like and enjoy using, so if none of these three suits you, you may want to try a couple of other characters that would have made it into my top 5, which are Zhongli and Tina. These are slightly more advanced, but still good for beginners. I'd also be interested to hear from other players if you agree with my list and which your top 3 picks would be. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, a like would be much appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more contents like this. I wish you all a nice rest of the day, and I will see you next time.